Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a hair video in ages and I'm Ginger now. Not the first time that I appear on my channel, Ginger, but today my hair is like really orange and I'm loving the color. So I wanted to come here and record this video because when I first posted my look, like Ginger look, on my Instagram, a lot of you guys asked me,
when is the video coming out? When is the YouTube video dropping? We need the video as soon as possible.
And I was feeling shame and sadness because I didn't have a video for you guys. That's because if you've been following this and my vlogs, you know that I dyed my hair first time orange for Coachella, and it was a very impulsive decision because I decided like 2 or 3 days before my trip, and I dyed the hair the night before I traveled to LA. So it was very stressful and I knew that I couldn't have the camera on. It was nighttime and I just couldn't manage everything. So yeah, that was kind of overwhelming and I was feeling a little sad that I didn't have a video for you guys. So I always knew that as soon as I had to retouch my roots and refresh my color, I would record for you guys and give you an insight on how I colored this color at home. So here I am today. This is actually just the final result already because I dyed my roots this morning and I recorded everything. We'll be watching that in a few minutes, but for now I want to talk about my journey until here. So this shade that I have today is a little more like powerful and vibrant than the first time that I did it, so I like this hair color more, and it's a different product from the first attempt, like prior to Coachella. So I'm gonna talk about the first attempt. If you don't know me at all, hi, by the way. I have black hair, like really dark brown hair. That's my natural color, and here's the picture. This is how I look pre-Coachella. It's my thing. I love this color on me. It's my natural color, but I wanted a change for Coachella, something different. So I actually bought a red hair dye because my idea was to bleach it and then dye it red, like really deep red. Okay, that was my thought for Coachella. So the first thing that I did was to bleach my hair, and I actually have videos prior when I have like half brown, half blonde hair here on this channel. You can check that out, and it has a tutorial on how to bleach at home. That's exactly the same steps that I did this time. So I bleached my hair a little, but I didn't bleach until like that kind of blonde. I bleached until like a honey blonde, maybe not even a honey blonde. It was kind of a yellow blonde. I'm gonna put the picture here. This is how it turned out after one bleaching, and I left it for like 20 minutes max. So what happened here is that I kind of liked what I'm seeing because it was kind of this orange yellowish blonde, and I liked it. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to cover that with red. That was my thought, because you can cover very easily with red and it's very hard to remove it after. Like the red is very like heavy pigment. So I kind of liked what I saw, and I was thinking, should I just go orange first, and by the end, before I go back to brown, I can have fun with red, and the opposite is kind of hard. After red, going back to like blondish orange can be hard. So I had that in that split second. I had the massive amount of doubts, and I only had red dye with me. So my mom was kind enough to run to the supermarket because it was nighttime, so no like hair shops were open. So she ran into the supermarket and she bought me like a box dye. That was my first ginger hair dye. I'm gonna show you. This is it. So this is what she got for me. There wasn't much options available. This is the L'Oreal 7.43 and it's box dye. I usually run away from box dye. I prefer to go to a hair shop and buy like proper hair dye, but I was in a rush, okay? And I wanted the orange, so she got me this one, and this is how it turned out. I have a picture. This is like the first time you saw me with ginger hair. So I liked how it turned out. I went to Coachella, it all went great, and I was loving the orange on me. I just wish it was a little more vibrant, but then it started like fading away. I would say it's not like super fast, so I think it's a good box dye. But I would say probably like 2.5 weeks after I dyed my hair for the first time, it started fading into more of like a orangey brown, more towards like the brown shade. So I was kind of a little sad about it. And then I had a trip to Milan for an event, and before that, like a week and a half probably. Sorry for the story time, I know it's annoying, but I need to let it out. If you want to fast forward to me dyeing my roots, to go ahead, but I want to tell you the entire story. So a week and a half before Milan, I had this event to attend, and I felt like my hair was already like so vibrant-less. Is that a word? I wanted to dye it, but I got COVID. Again, for the second time in my life, I got COVID. That sucked, and I had a lot of like cough and everything, so I didn't want to dye my hair because it has a lot of chemicals, and the smell is very intense, so I thought it was not very good for my lungs if I had like COVID to be dyeing my hair. And I discovered this hair mask that you put after your shampoo, and they are like almost like semi-permanent hair dye, but you let it stay only for 5 minutes so you can keep your color between your hair dye. And I wanted to try that, so I ordered online so I could try, and this is the hair mask. The brand is called Amethyst, I'm not sure. And this shade here is called Copper, which is a very orange shade. And I got this one as well, which is the red color. So one is Copper, the orange one, and this is the intense red one. I thought maybe if I mix two, and that's like the first thing I tried. It was like a mixture of both these colors, and it was magic. When I came out of the shower, it was so vibrant, and it only stayed for 5 minutes. I was so happy. I was literally so happy. I went to my trip to Milan with my hair in a cute color. I can show you pictures here. I really like the color. So yeah, I would highly recommend you getting this hair mask. Now, almost at the end of my story time, it comes to the point where I arrived from Milan, and I have here a week in my hometown before I travel again, which is tomorrow. And I wanted to dye my roots because they were so black, and I feel like I wanted a retouch on my color as well, like the entire hair. So I decided to get a proper hair dye this time, still from L'Oreal, but it's like a hair professional line, and it's the Magihel. I'm the worst with friends. 7.4. So I checked like a lot of different brands, and this one looked really cute, the 7.4, really vibrant, so I got this one to try. And here's how I dyed my hair this morning. So hi. My voice is so this is basically how the hair looks right now. You can see on camera that it's kind of light, so I really like the bleach effect, but the color is most of all faded. It's like a light brown with a little bit of copper in it. Oh, and look at these roots. This is the main reason why I'm dyeing my hair. This is the Magihel. It's in French. From L'Oreal. I use like half. This is 50 milliliters, so the ratio for this one, the mixed ratio, is 1 for 1.5. So if one of these has like 60, I'm gonna use one of these entirely, and then we will need like more of a half, so we will need 75 milliliters. So I put an entire one, 60, and then just a little bit of this one to be like the 15 extra we need. Let's mix it all up. Oh my gosh. I bet this is gonna be so relatable to my editor because she got COVID as well. Hi Raquel. How you doing? I think I might need a mask for the smell. Just wait for me. Alright, I'm more prepared now. Mask's on. And everything is like stirred up already. Since the roots are a little like warmer because it's your skin, so the temperature is higher than... I should have gloves on. Like I was saying, the scalp is always like warmer than the rest of your hair, so for the roots alone I don't bleach them. I just apply the hair dye because it has like the revealing cream, the oxidant, so that's usually enough, and you don't have to really bleach the roots. But that's just for this shade alone. If you want to go lighter, then you will need to bleach them, I think. So I usually do this, and then I start separating the hair in one direction and apply again. Alright, I'm gonna do this, like separate until I reach my ear. So just hold on tight, I'll be back. here it is. I reached my ear and I look like one of those, like, I don't know, Marvel characters or Raid Girl with like half of the hair shaved. Either way, when you reach like your ear, you go back to the middle and you do exactly the same to the other side. Alright, all the roots are dyed here up front, so now it's time to work on the back. So I'm gonna bring, this will be a little messy, all my hair to the front. I'll even like tie it like this, so it's a little easier. Cute, super cute. And now let's work on my blind spots. So this is all about just like touching and realizing the places where it doesn't have, but I'll try to like keep the same idea of just separating hair. So imagine like this and bring to the front and dye. And if you can get any help for the back of your hair, you go find it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Everything is dyed and it's already like opening up pretty good. Now we're supposed to wait like half an hour, but what I'm going to do, I'm gonna remove my clips here. And I have this spray with water, and what I usually do is just to spray the tips of the hair to get it a little bit wet, so it's easier to cover with dye. Because since the rest of the hair is already light and it dyes pretty well with the semi-permanent hair mask that I use. And for this part, I don't use a brush, I use like the gloves with a hair dye and do this kind of swirls. So here it is. It's getting really orange, so I'm happy about that. At least it looks like it. Hope it's not just like the effect of the dye. But being real here, you guys also saw the result in the beginning of the video, so you're the ones who know how this will turn out. I hope it's good. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes now. I think only like 20 or 15 minutes left. And then I'm gonna shower and get ready. Be back. Alright, so here I am with the result. Nothing you haven't seen before. I've been here since the beginning of the video, but maybe it makes more sense now after you watch the entire process. But before I say goodbye to you guys and go on my little treat, I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any other questions about this hair, since I didn't want to leave any subject out of this video. I want to reply to everything. So here's the question: did you feel your hair is damaged after the process? So my hair is really thick and it was like almost, yeah, it was like virgin hair, because as you know, I have like half black and half bleached before, but my hair is super short now and I have super short hair now for a while. I would say like more than 1 year now probably. So I've been cutting it a lot and it's so short that, you know, the damaged part, not damaged but the bleach part I had prior, all has been like way gone. So my hair is like fully natural, fully virgin, like my natural hair color. So because of that, it's easier to handle bleach and I don't feel it's damaged at all. And I only bleached it once, which was another question I got: how many times you bleached it? Only once, and not until it's like super blonde. I bleached it until like the mid-level. Another question was why orange. This is a very like weird question because I cannot reply to this. Why? I think just because I like the hair color, and like the story that I told you is not even like the plan wasn't even to be orange, was to be red. So probably I will enjoy the orange, and before I go back to black I will probably dye it red because I think it's a very pretty color, but probably a color that is a little harder to style in terms of like fashion and clothes wise. I feel like my hair really determines how I want to dress. I feel like some colors are easy to coordinate with others, so yeah, I feel like the red was gonna be a little harder to stick for a long time, so I wanted to do it for a short time before I go back to black. I hope I replied to any of your questions. If you have any others that I missed somehow, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to reply to you guys. And thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.